rolling, Pika? We are rolling, Pika. Remember, you must roll from the inside out to get a perfect straight joint. That's right. It is the Comics Talk with Reverend Sully here at your dojo for practical and tactical spirituality. I've been giving out lessons here at the dojo every morning. That's right. If you're new to the station, you might know this, the morning show, the MGTOW morning show, Incel Cast. That's right. This is the home of the Incel Cast, where the incels live. That's right. Not. It's clickbait, I assure you. But this is the comic book conversation that we've been having for a couple of years now. Welcome to it for your positivity when it comes to fandom, fellowship, and menaces of all kinds. Am I fandom menace? Was anyone really saying you're fandom menace, man? That's like so 2020, 2021, man. That's like years old. I thought it was a cute name. Seriously, I didn't think it would cause me so much trouble. I mean, seriously. I mean, get blocked on Twitter from people that just like, oh my goodness, you're one of those misfit, toxic fans. No, yeah, whatever you need me to be, honey, in order to support your ideology. How's that? Yeah, exactly. How are you today? It's New Comic Book Day. Happy Wednesday. This is pre-recorded before a live studio audience of my stuffed animals from our Boston studios, which is down the street from the corner. We do comic book shop style conversations twice a week on this channel. We used to do it daily, but work-life balance needed attending to. Therefore, we do it twice a week. On Wednesdays, on new release day, and on Sundays. At Sundays, we do a live stream reviewing the comic books that we read this week. But on Wednesdays, we preview what's available to us on the shelf. So let's share a screen here. Do what we always do. And we go to leagueofcomicgeeks.com and we look at covers and we see what's available. So we got, these are in rows of 8. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wow. Someone's screaming it from the back row, right? 18 times 8 is... There are 144 different titles to choose from this week. We also like to start from the bottom of the list, too, just because now we'll blow it up a bit so we can see a little better. And please excuse the ads. I mean, hey, have some free ads here. You never know what you're going to miss. Like something that's been solicited might catch your eye, and you're going to be like, oh, wow, I didn't even know this existed. This is how you get to buying, like, indie darlings, you know? Let's see, look at this. Comicsburg, Blowtorch Pinpoint, Alien Passage, number 1. Dren Productions, The Sire, Lost in Time, number 5. Reptile House Comics. Reptile House Comics with an X. And let's see. Scout Comics, The Bad Kids Press. Oh, that's cool. Archie Comics. I'll never buy an Archie comic ever again. Sorry. Wow, Scout's got a lot of issues 1. We got Misfits Clubhouse, Little Red Wagon, 13 Origins, Dragon Thrall, #1. Junior Darkstone, #1. Let's see. Choco Leche, #1. By Scout Comics. I never see any of these. Well, sometimes I see them. Greylock, #3. Let's see. Well, let's, without further ado, get to the top of the list, where these are sorted by most solicited by your local comic book shops. Apparently, I think the magic number is 1,900. There are 1,900 local comic book shops remaining in North America, I believe. Or is that worldwide? I don't know. We've got Ultimate Spider-Man #3 with its variant covers. I like variant covers for this. I don't mind them. We've got an ad right where I want it to be. Uh-oh. And see, like, look down here. It's like is it Green Goblin? Yeah, spoilers. I'm sorry. Like, Bullseye is Lester. Green Goblin is Harry Osborn. It says it's been saying it every issue. So the spoiler's been right there. Sorry, I didn't mean to spoil your good time. Gabriel Delato variant covers, looking nice. Oh, the 1 in 25 Greg Land variant. That's really sweet. Mark Bagley variant, sure. And that's really cool. And you'll never guess who discovers Secret Man's secret identity. I thought that was in the last episode. But this has been fun so far, sure. Hickman, Chichetto, you know. I got nothing to say about feminists anymore, except I leave that for the mornings. I love feminists. I really do. They really improved comic books. Which Electro is this? Zebrel's Carmen Carnero. Let's see. Oh boy, it's the Mark Brooks floating head variant cover. There's the pencil art. Oh boy. And some cutesy stuff. How many variant covers we got? 5, 7 technically. So 8 covers all day for Amazing Spider-Man 46. $4.99. 28 pages. Michelle, lawyer. We don't have a last name for her yet. I'm hoping it has a J. It starts with a J, so she can be the new MJ in Peter's life. I would love to see, let's get beyond Mary Jane. I'm part of that crew. I am. Makes me an awful fan, doesn't it? Tech 1038, $4.99, 40 pages. Stefano Raffaelli and Riccardo Federici. This is good stuff. It's not for everyone. I'll tell you. Okay, thank you, Ad. Try not to show me that one again, please. And it's a slow burn. It's about like Batman has died and come back from the dead again, and now his spirit is between realms and yada yada, and it's he's got to get Gotham back from the Orcus. Is that it, or that's another Batman? I'm sorry, I'm getting all my Batman confused. Wolverine 46, loving this series. Oh, please do not give this Mark Brooks floating head variant covers. Victor Laval, Benjamin Percy, 10 issues. I'm on the hook for them all. It's good. I like it. It's over the top. It's gory. X-Force. Is this X-Force 50? This is it. The last issue of X-Force. Benjamin Percy. $3.99, 28 pages. Dig the Rogue blister pack variant of the this is like a fake action figure thing. I love the points of articulation. You know what I mean? Look, that looks like a Todd toy. You can tell Todd McFarlane's action figures, they have this like the torso, you can tell. And oh, I'm loving this. This would be great. Oh boy, look, it's the Mark Brooks variant. Floating head. Now, George Perez, that's cool. And is this some Laura Kinney duplicate? What does that mean? Or the real Laura Kinney was Talon? Is that it? But yeah, that's it. That's it for X-Force. Everything's getting a new issue #1. And everything in Wolverine Sabretooth War happens after X-Force 50, but before Fall of the House of X #1. And Rise of the Powers of 10 #1. All that good stuff. Miles Morales, Spider-Man. I'll be reading I'll read everything that's in my pirate chest. Green Arrow. Where is Roy Harper? Look at all the guys getting their asses kicked by girls. Yay. Red Arrow, Red Canary, Arrowette, Speedy. Okay, sure. And really nice variant cover. The power of sequential art. Knock loose. You have 9-panel grid. I like that. That's nice. Except for the screen tone filter. I mean, that's just, it's boring. Sorry. It's boring. You're boring me with this boring art. Hey, look, it looks like a comic booky because we have all the little dots in there. And when people see dots, they think comic booky. All right, Daredevil #7, great JR Jr. Variant cover, or it's not even a variant cover, that's the stock cover. Oh, here we go. We got a Mark Brooks floating head. I'm not making fun of Mark Brooks. Why would I? I don't know him. I've never had any interactions with him, but I am most definitely Team Ethan. I am. Fine with that. That's his enemies that aren't. Should we talk about Eric July? Make a very own trash cast here or something? I don't care. Incredible Hulk #10. I'm not thrilled with the pickup artist, Danny Earls. Oh, look, here you go. Here's a floating head variant cover. Got paid good money for doing that. That's that. That's it. You hand it off to to your colorists. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to Nick Klein returning to his duties here. All righty. We've got Flash #7 by Cy Spurrier. I'm liking his work over on Hellblazer, Dead in America. And Yeah. Okay, that is God's number 6. I think of 8. Maybe 7. This is wrapping up. Oh, look, a floating head variant cover. Of who? Who's that supposed to be? Electra Nachios. She's not Electra. How is that supposed to be Electra? I don't get it. I don't care. Gods. How many more issues if this is left? 8 issues altogether. That's good. Well, it tried. It didn't get extended. Rise of the Powers of 10, number 3. Kieran Gillen. The real end is never beginning. The past, future. This is some like Billy Pilgrim unstuck in time bullshit. Hopping through the multiverses and the local multiverse of the power of Moira 1 through 10, I guess, or something like that. Yeah. Cool. Oh, look, at least she's smiling. That's nice. Like, all these pictures of female editors at Marvel, and they all have that punk ass sour face of like the feminist smirk. It's like, give it a break. Come on. We've got a Gambit floating head. Wow. I wonder how, like, geez. It must have been a nice payday for him. But yeah, Rise of the Powers of 10. I'm liking Fall of the House of X a little more. Finding, when it comes to the Marvel bullpen of X writers, I like Jerry Duggan over Kieran Gillen. Don't tell him I said that. Harley Quinn 38. Clown Babe Birthday Bash Nanza. Oh my goodness. This is just so wacky. It's so this is by Teeny Howard, Sweeney Boo. Did I mention girls? Girls and girls. Yeah, and sure. I guess. And girls. Okay, girls. I mean, seriously. I mean, yeah, it's fine. I got Duke number 4 of 5. So this is only going 5 issues, and but I'm liking all of these so far. The Energon universe. Great use of the action figures. I love Baroness. She's really good in this. But she's really bad. What can I say? King Spawn for number 32 for $2.99. Got Superior Spider-Man number 5 of, this is going 8 issues. It's not entirely terrible. And yeah, I mean, it's Dan, fuck you, Slot, Slotto Blocktavius himself. I mean, I'm not going to buy any of your stuff. Sorry, not sorry. Green Lantern number 5. Penguin number 8. All right, so so far for me, maybe this will go 12 or so. I'm not sure. It's been solicited to 11. And it's been a decent Tom King book for me, Yeah, Green Lantern number 5. Alan Scott, the Green Lantern by you, Tim Sheridan. Yep, that's right. Oh my goodness. Delayed to March? Oh, come on. And I don't know. Loser has to do dishes and winner gets on top or something. I don't know. Everything you say will be held against you in the court of phobia and bigotry, I guess. I thought the last issue was the strongest issue so far. I'm reading them all. I would be buying this. I'm a huge Green Lantern fan. I love Alan Scott as a character. You know, as long as it's interesting, you know what I mean? But no, I got blocked by the writer for being part of an online conversation. You know, it's okay. I'm nobody. I'm nobody. I am nobody. I know that. I am somebody. Shut the fuck up. No. I mean, X-Men 97, number 1. Aw. It's the meme. The Wolverine meme. Turniverse. Oh, do they have a name for that? What else we got? Edge of the Spider-Verse number 2. Power Girl number 7. Oh gosh, this I mean, Leah Williams, Marguerite Savage. I mean, I love Power Girl variant covers. Seriously. Oh. It's a Ramona Fradon cover. That's great. She passed away. She was one of the original women of comics, you know. But here we go. This classic Power Girl. Loving that. It won't get me to buy the magazine because it's, you know, that's great. Wow. Women's History Month. You see that trade dress? I mean, geez. And then we're going to flip it over and define the color of the striations in the colorings. And that's going to going to repurpose that to be the Pride trade dress when Pride season comes about. Oh my gosh. Power Girl. Ah, boy. Look how they massacred that girl. Spider Punk Arms Race number 2. Cable number 3. Conan the Barbarian number 9. Great book that I'm not picking up on because I'm just not a sword and sorcery kind of guy. I'm not a Conan guy, but darn, this is a great book. Great art, great story. Let's see. Jackpot and the Black Cat. Oh boy, let's joke about Peter. Hey, oh, but he's such a, you know, doleful schmope, right? I don't care. Predator, The Last Hunt. Obi-Wan Kenobi. All right. It says that Salvador LaRocca is doing the art. Look, Women's History Month, and it's Omega, who has nothing to do with this show. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, it's the last issue of Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi with what could be tracing at this point. It looks like lightbox tracing of actual freeze frames from the show. I thought comic books, the adaptations were supposed to be we're supposed to try a little harder than that. It's been for me, it's been a good way to enjoy the story. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but I mean, bad form on the art. I mean, it just looks too photorealistic. It's the least they can do for $4.99. That's $5 each. What's 5 times 6? That's $30. They got you for $30. for that. Zorro, Man of the Dead, number 3. I love Sean Gordon Murphy, and I gave up on this. Yeah, because it's, you know, sorry, I just wasn't feeling it. The Expanse. I've never read any of that or seen the show. I heard it's good. I heard it also gets bad, and then it comes back to form, perhaps. And yeah, and that's it. Out of the 144 comics this week, what are we getting? What's on my pull list? There will be funny books waiting for me. There'll be 2 at least: Ultimate Spider-Man and Wolverine. Hey, I'm buying Marvel and Incredible Hulk. That's 3. 4, Duke. Anything else that will be in my... So those are the 4 that will be in my pull. And anything else that I can fit into my hands in one go. Awesome. Yeah, you see me all decked out in my Ethan Van Sciver team all caps comics regalia. Yeah, I'm decked out in my all caps gear. I got like 3 t-shirts. You want to put them all on one at a time? You want to see them? It's the laughing man. Am I weighing in on the Eric July stuff? No, not really. I'm not reading it. I gotta, Are you reading ISOM? Are you reading ISOM 2? Are you reading Alpha Core? A couple of people I know are friend of the channel and Wrench AL has, and it appears that she thinks it's a mixed bag. One, I didn't see the appeal. It didn't grab me. The art. I'm just from the cheap seats out here. I mean, well, you won't know it until you see it. Yeah, no, we see preview pages. We I know what I like when it comes to tastes in comic books, and digital assisted art to me looks so flat and boring, and it's digital assisted art is part of going forward in the publication trade and industry. Yet it lacks the effort that I don't know, I'm used to a certain standard, and it's not as, just there's a certain flatness to it. There's a certain deadness to it. It's kind of like, that's when Robert Shaw's Captain Quint was talking about the shark's eyes when he bites into you and they roll backwards. There's dead eyes of the shark. It's the dead eyes of the shark. These, the flatness of it. There's a totality to it in a way. There's no, it's just weird. It's hard to describe. I need a better vocabulary in order to elucidate my feelings about the art itself. This has been ongoing for a few years now, but it's also been an enriching experience because I'm getting to know more about art, and I will never stop learning about art. And it's great because I will never stop learning about comic books, and I'll never stop learning about cooking, which is like my hobby and my trade, respectively. But yeah, the Eric July drama and stuff, like, oh gosh, it's better to not have an opinion. It's better to stay out of it. It's a lot of bluster. There's a lot of drama, and it's a lot of negativity too. And I'll tell you this much: even though I'm Team Ethan and I love All Caps Comics and I love his art, I love what he does. Okay, and I am an old fan of 1990s Howard Stern radio show. Okay, huge fan of that era of the shock jock. Ethan Van Sciver is a lot like that. Now, the content of this show recently has been very focused on other people in the sphere of indie comics creation and YouTubing pop culture shows. It's a bit focused. It's a bit over focused, if you ask me. But people tune in. People are responding to it, and it is generating income for both parties. Seriously, all this free advertisement, all this churn, but there's a lot of back and forth, and it spilled over to the fans, and that the fans are like now the soldiers, and these are the generals. I don't, no, I mean, and you've also heard me say that what we need is forgiveness, reconciliation going forward. This is what, we need to chill out in our culture too. I mean, for one, I work hard all week. I look forward to Wednesdays. I get to go to my local comic book shop. I get to talk to all the girls that run the shop. They're all these cute geek girls, man. They're great. It's great practice too. Like, you know what I mean? Hey, hopefully I'll meet a girl like them, like at the age appropriate at the convention. Wouldn't that be cool? That would be cool for me. Or the dudes that work there too. It's a big store, and it's really nice. And it's just, you have this, connection with the culture, and then to talk to other people like, hey, what do you got in your stack? I love that. I'm shameless and I'm brave, and I talk to people. I talk to strangers. I'm a chef. I sell food. I talk to people all the time. I'm constantly trying to sell my food to hungry people. It's just a lot of it. An interaction starts with a simple question. I look at a guest wandering through my marketplace cafe, and I look at them, are you hungry? And it's very disarming. And they're like, oh, I am. I'm like, I can help you with that. And then we generate sales that way. We do. I produce and sell food. These people produce and sell comic books. I mean, did Burger King and McDonald's ever get into this much? The Great Whataburger Wendy's war. What's Whataburger? Whataburger is a Texas burger chain. I love it. I haven't had Whataburger in over 15 years, but just that's. I'm looking forward to going to Dallas Fan Expo next year, and I'm going to eat Whataburger maybe twice a day for 4 days, and go to Waffle House too for breakfast. See, I've already have it planned out. I'm planning on going. I was thinking about going this year too, but Boston Fan Expo is literally the weekend after Dallas Fan Expo. That means 2 weekends in a row going to an expo. And what if, God bless, but with air flights and being at a convention, what if I catch con crud in Dallas and it disables me for the, you know what I mean, takes me out of the game for the next week. I've already paid for my 3-day pass, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with friends here in Boston and enjoying the con, and cosplaying, geez, how long I gotta lose some weight so I can fit into my cosplay. And thank you so very much for being part of this comic book shop style conversation. Yeah. So, but yeah, back to the the Eric July EVS thing. I mean, Ethan's a bit much. He always has been, though. He's consistent. He's a little bit over focused on Eric July. I don't need to watch Eric July movies or videos. Ethan plays them all. I don't need to really pay attention to Friday Night Tights too much. Ethan's got me covered there too. Now, okay, I'll talk about Friday Night Tights a little. Yeah, I haven't tuned in a couple of months. I will occasionally. I did in December. I did. Why? Because Az took the month off, and it was so for me. It was like it was fun. I can't unwind with Az. He's too volatile. He's too toxic. He's just but that's his kayfabe, dude. That's his brand. That's who he is. I mean, take him or leave him. Literally. I'm not some soured orbiter. No. I mean, I just like he said a couple of things like really, he can be quite nasty. Really nasty. And it's impossible for me to chillax watching that kind of televised content. I'd rather watch Bob Ross. This is Friday night, coming home from work. And now you got Ethan doing Friday night trash. A little later than FNT. But also Doomcock. I haven't tuned into Doomcock in forever. And, there's just so much going on a Friday night. There's Max von Priestley. I should be watching his show. Out of all of them, he's my buddy. But when it comes to, the Isom books didn't grab me. There was the art. It's too flat. It's just, I'm not going to say it's bad. I'm not going to say it's good either. There's only so much of it I've seen. And there's only so much of the story I've been exposed to, I guess. So I do agree with Ethan, though, when it comes to criticism. I'm a chef. There is criticism, but there's also feedback. All right. Because I've talked about it before. What makes a critic? Training, proper training, having an exclusive attention span and palate that can, where you can make fair comparisons to previous works and to have a sense of taste. But then there's customer feedback. And it doesn't, which a sommelier can, critique a wine. But the lady at table 12 says she doesn't like her white Zen. I mean, you see the thing in between? You know what I mean? And they're all honorable and respectable. But what is feedback and what is criticism? So, I mean, I think Ethan's right about what we always call criticism, but I'm going to respectfully call it feedback. I need feedback as a chef. I do. I need to hear from you. Did you like it? Did you like it? Did it smell nice? Was it colorful? You know what I mean? Just did you like the presentation? Was the service friendly? There's a lot of moving parts in hospitality. I mean, there's nothing around me but guests and people to sell food to, and to have a pleasant experience. And is this a pleasant experience? Being part of the civil war of the culture war? No, it is not. Yeah, so back to FNT. I love Friday Night Tights. I love being part of that chat. It kept me company throughout lockdown. I found this community of fellow Star Wars fans that felt the same way I did. Be like, what the fuck happened? What was that? And we were all branded as toxic because we just didn't like what was being served to us, and we didn't like the new presentation. We didn't like the new manager's vision. We didn't like the new cuisine. We didn't like the changes you made to the menu. And we gave you customer feedback. And we were told we were bad customers. We were ungrateful guests. The staff worked hard on that. But the soup was too watery. I mean, it had no flavor, but the staff worked hard on that. The ridiculousness of it all. I always boil this down to my trade. And so I'm in the hospitality business. There's something of that in comic books too. I mean, you are inviting people into your world that you have built. You want them to enjoy their time, their leisure time that they spend here with you. You want them to spend their money with you. You want them to, hey, I got a repeat customer out of this experience. We always thought there's this huge thing in the conversation now in the Civil War about being a businessman. Am I a businessman? I'm not a manager. I'm not ordering the food. I'm not ordering the produce. I'm not but also I know that I can sell 90 pounds of French fries in a day. And if I can, if I'm lucky to get a portion, a 5.3 ounce portion, I can get 3 portions out of every pound. And at $3.99 a whack, I'm making over $1,000 in small potatoes, but I know that. And that's just one little thing. And that covers so much, and just, you know what I mean? And it's just, I'm part of this process. So yeah, I mean, all day at work, I'm go. I'm on my feet 8 hours straight. I'm a chef. I lift heavy things, 50-pound sacks of flour and onions, excruciating temperatures, sharp knives, flames, boiling hot oil and waters. It's not for the weak. It's not for this. It's not for the. It's a trade. A trades. I'm a tradesperson, and I have a skill set that I can exchange for, a decent wage and benefits. It's great. Where was I going with that? Sorry. Train of thought. But yeah, FNT, I can't relax to it. I can't unwind. And I love those guys. I love Chrissy. I think the show might have jumped the shark a bit with Shad. He's not my favorite. And but he's a geeky guy. He's one of us. It's like one of us graduated out of the and he's got his own show too. And he could critique shit like weapons and armors, and you have that much knowledge about a certain thing, there you go. But I don't think he's got I think he's bad radio, and that just means bad radio just means there's good radio and bad radio, and that comes from the 20th century. Radio stations, talk radio and shit like that, just boring. Bad radio is boring. Good radio is exciting, and you want to tune into it. So there is an excitement. There is a sense of dash to all of this bickering back and forth. But now it's like you have to choose a side. No, I'm not choosing a side. My world is round. My world has no side. My world is round. I'm not choosing a side. And I can see that how I was watching Jack's show this week, and just there's a lot of people in the middle, and it's is it showing their strain? Cui bono? What is this proving? What are we doing here, with the civil war and the culture war? I get it. There's it's an insane, there's a competition here. And there's a competition for resources. That resource is us, the guest, our attention and our money. And I mean, people who are buying Ethan stuff are also buying Eric stuff, and vice versa. Or maybe they won't anymore because now it's so polarized. Like I have a friend, you know what I mean? My friend Thomas Gilkey. He just got into ISOM and RIPA, and he's very big into Geeks and Gamers, and good guy. You know, and I'm gonna need to hang out with him very shortly. You know, hang out for some lunch or something. But he like, you know, like just like he's Team Ripa and I'm Team Ethan. But we meet in the middle though, you know? But it's more of like, you know, has it come to the point where like he's gonna show up in his Yaira shirt and I'm gonna show up dressed like this and we're gonna have to go outside and get into a beef? No. I mean this is supposed to be where we wind down, where we chill out and relax. This is supposed to be our respite. This is supposed to be our escapism. Make it fun, make it worth your time, make it worth your money, make it worth your attention, and make it worth your love. I mean, you know, I love FNT and I love everyone there, and God bless Chrissy Mayer, and oh gosh, I hope you find peace and justice. And I mean, I think the show really got better with Chrissy. You know, I miss Tom Connor Jr. You know, I always felt he was a good addition there, but you know, yeah, I can't relax with Az anymore. I'm sorry. And it's the only place I get to see Jeremy Griggs. I don't tune into Geeks and Gamers. And I like Jeremy Griggs a lot. He's awesome. You know, seriously, there's the Geeks and Gamers logo on Canadian beer. It has been all this time. I'm like a passive Geeks and Gamers fan. I'm not a member of their channel. I mean, I don't even follow them on Twitter anymore. They didn't follow me back. So I'm like, oh, geez, this is one way. Why not, man? Shit. And but you know, but hey, I can always resubscribe any day, refollow, you know. And but yeah, the stuff with Eric July, it's just, how am I supposed to relax? Everyone's in attack mode, everyone's in defense mode. This is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be a joy. What does this have to do with Spider-Man? I know, huh? Nothing. Who do you think would win in a fair fight? Cyberfrog or Isom? Cyberfrog. Who do you think would win? Yaira or Salamandroid? Sal. I mean, you know, I don't even know these characters or their power sets or their motivations. And I'm glad that there's like huge fans. It's like out there and has supported this, and they're seeing this story build. It just started. The story just started, and I don't know. Lots of people have said in the past, like, okay, Star Trek: The Next Generation really didn't pick up until season 3. Fair enough. Like when they got the better uniforms, and Dr. Crusher comes back. And it really, you know, seasons 3 through 7 are just where it's at. But it took a few seasons for it to find its feet. And I hear this a lot, like, oh yeah, this show, you got to give it, it's like, it gets really better in season 4. I'm like, I don't, do I have time to knowingly watch 3 seasons of lackluster television with the hopes of like, this might entertain me? I don't know. I don't have answers. All I have are more questions, such as, is there any more coffee? I would love to read Isom. Yes. If you had digital, I would love to read a digital copy, or if someone had a copy to lend me, I would read it and return it. You know, but I mean, digital assisted art is, I mean, it's Ethan's art is digital assisted. Yes, because Kyle Ritter is the colorist and does everything, all the coloring and all there are effects, and and the letterer as well too. I mean, the lettering is really kind of its own character as well, in a way, and a step in the process of it getting made. There's the line art that we see, which is made on paper with non-photo blue pencil, and then he goes right into inks. And I'm always so impressed with that. I love that confidence, and I love watching Ethan on a draw stream. It's my favorite Ethan. It's kind of like watching Az playing Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. That was some of my favorite Az. I would tune in and watch him play Witcher for hours. I loved that, and that's what got me into getting the books and really getting myself into, you know, Geralt of Rivia. And I haven't seen the show, and you know what? I'll pass. You know, everyone is just like, this is off brand from Witcher. This is a corporate fake product or something. It lacks the authenticity because there's just too many needy postmodern and academic postmodernists in the writing room. You know, it's like, oh gosh. Where did that go? Sorry. But yeah. I still watch Gary here and there. You know, I just especially like with Chris Gore. I love Chris Gore. It's really fun. And but yeah, it's more of like, yeah, it's like I'm sorry. I love Az, and well, always him and Robert Meyer Burnett kept me company through lockdown. Every Wednesday, they would have a new episode of the 17 episodes of The Prisoner, and it got me in touch with an old friend, and we got to experience it with two very keen fans, and it was time well spent. And I'm so glad that I got that for Christmas for my parents last year. They got me a gift card, so I was like, oh, ooh, I can afford this. Okay, let's do it. Let's get the Prisoner. And but yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's okay maybe to just, you know. Okay, one time in this show here, we had a beloved member of our live chat just up and leave. They were dissatisfied with the things in the show and outside of the show in real life too. It's my interpretation. And it was a little heartbreaking, sure, but it's just like, it's natural as part of being a YouTuber. But also, it gave me the understanding, you know what? If you're not liking somebody out there, it's okay to kind of walk away from them. You're not married, and it's not a divorce, and it's usually quiet, and you don't really know, you know, like, would Az notice that Eric unfollowed him and doesn't watch the shows anymore? No, he's got what, 400,000 subscribers or something. But it's like, you know, I'm just one person, and I don't have a negative opinion of him. I can't relax with his energy level and the permission he gives himself to go very, very vulgar, very, very savage, very, very, and just the explosiveness. I've had to deal with my own feeling, my own behaviors. So it's like, I cannot unwind with that individual. So it's best to just like do what Buddha said. You have to identify sufferings. You have to identify them and do something about them. Eliminate them, or even learn to accept them. I don't know, but December was fun for me for FNT. I got to, you know, I tuned in for 4 weeks. That was great, and it was in the live chat again. Yeah, but yeah. So this culture war, and what's it? They're both Eric July, FNT. They're all fighting Ethan Van Sciver. And but I remain Team Ethan in a way. And it's nothing against Eric July, and it's nothing against FNT and Gary, and you know, wow, there is a competition for resources here. We are the resource. Our super chats, our patronage, our backing of these crowdfunded campaigns. You know, this is real money to real people. All right. This is someone's job in a way. This is for us here now. This is our hobby, and this is an expression of our hobby. And I'm loving that. This is a good part of the YouTube sphere. It's like we have a growing channel. I think I just broke 1,400 subscribers, 1,400 subscribers. And that's really awesome. And with my stupid incel show, I'm about to crack the 4,000 hour mark where I can apply for partnership, real partnership, not the reduced one that, you know, 3 years into this, like, you know what I mean? And it was all or nothing. It's 1,000, 4,000 hours. And then they dropped that to 300, 500 hours. No, 3,000 hours and 500 subs, just so you can enable like memberships and super chats and shit like that. What will I do with partnership? I don't know, but it's been my goal of this channel the entire time, to make that goal, to make it happen, you know, to have a goal and to work at it. And it's taken about 4 years. So, I mean, I listen to a lot of people, and, you know, some people have breakthrough videos. The incel walks into an Irish bar or something, has 2,200 views. And I'm like, wow, that was a breakthrough video of just the stupid shit, my stupid incel show, which I love. Because it's not about what you think it is. It's about hope. Kinda. I don't... hope is a byproduct of maybe knowing things aren't as bad as you think that they are. It's better than worry. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry, that got off the rails a bit too, but I wanted to talk about it. It's like, I mean, this is our culture. I mean, we come here to wind down. I mean, I go to my local comic book shop once a week, every Wednesday, to get some funny books. The ubiquitous brown bag full of comics, you know? And yeah, I love being able to support a local business, a brick and mortar mom and pop shop, the American way. This is an independent bookstore. That's what local comic book shops are, you know? And you know what? I needed supplies. Chances are you need supplies too. You need bags, you need boards, and you might need boxes. I got all my supplies at my local comic book shop. Seriously, they need the business. They are brick and mortar, mom and pop shops, independent bookstores. So, you know, the least amount of stuff we can buy from our online supply chain, the more we can buy in store. I know that there's agree to that part. Maybe the civilized capitalism of I'm agreeing to pay the markup at retail because this store being open is important to me. It's true. And I love my local comic book shop. And I also love the crowdfunding books. I've crowdfunded 3 books this past week. I think I got Super Dead issue number 1, second printing from Mandy Summers and Pete Gilmore on Stuntman Comics. I had backed Super Dead issue 2 because it had a Dale Keown hollow foil variant cover, and I'm a sucker for Dale Keown's art. So, and for Mandy Summers too, you know, she's I love bug. Thank you, Lady Mandy Summers. Like what? I love you. She's awesome. And what else did I back? I backed Rob Hunter's Death Hunter. Been meaning to do that. His line art is sick, and it's an independent sci-fi story. And I saw him in Comics Gate Kings. All right, he's one of the kings, the Comics Gate Kings, CG Kings. I mean, is that a dirty word to say? Was it still 2017? No, I mean, geez. And I bet you, all those anti-Comics Gate people, I bet you they're having the best time watching this shit implode. They're sitting back like the Michael Jackson Thriller gif, eating popcorn and smiling, getting ready for the show. I bet you they're having a good old time with this. So, do I consider myself Comicsgate? I've never identified with that title of Comicsgate. I obviously share that. I'm obviously adjacent. I learned like it's better to be aloof and to be friends and to agree with than to like actually adopt, to be independent, because I was fandom menace. I caught on to that. I thought it was a cute hashtag. I thought it was fun. It was punny. And then it then came with this luggage of it that like you have there is definitely a white hats and black hats and a fandom that I walked into, and I thought it was being cute. I'm an old Star Wars fan. I'm a G1 Star Wars fan. And I could adopt, so I would be a fandom menace, because we didn't like this Disney stuff. I mean, and it became this huge thing. And especially when it comes to making baseless accusations of being ists, phobes, bigots, racists. Oh, it's so awful. Just the postmodern malarkey that they try to make to get you to stick in this stuff. These leverages trying to shame you into like either agreeing with them or silencing you. And it was all here. This proving ground was pop culture. Yeah. I always see it because it's like these pop cultures have kind of replaced religion. So if you could put the messaging inside of the pop culture, therefore you have the power to shape the new religion. I mean, the Force and George Lucas's lightsabers and Jedis and Sith that had more for me spiritually than being a Roman Catholic did as a kid. It was the Force went over Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm not a Christian. I'm a Hindu, but I'm not like I'm. But yeah. So I mean, geez, if there's a sale on Isom and EJ's books, I think, because he overproduced and now he's got to get rid of now he's got to liquidate some of his inventory, right? I'm talking about business here, right? No. Good luck to him, because I'll be buying something, Achromatic Chronicles Green, which is Jay David's book, Drunk 3PO. His second, I think he's doing a 7-volume, maybe 5 or 7 volumes of this, and this is volume 2 of his Achromatic color series. And it looks okay. I mean, the first one is just like, I'm here to support, I will back Jay just because he's my friend and I'm going to get my friend's book. There we go. Nothing too much going on there, but it's going to be produced and fulfilled by Rippa Send, which is part of the Rippa verse. So it's like Jay, as a free agent, has signed with Rippa, but does that mean he can't be on Jack's show anymore? Stuff like that. I don't know. Is this going over your head? Do you have any idea what I'm talking about? There's just this YouTube sphere in culture. And there are only a couple of 100,000 people that enjoy this, but they spend money and they spend time and they spend their attention. And hopefully they're having fun. I mean, I can't wind down to the culture war bullshit, but I'm knee deep in it, and I have been. So, I don't know. I don't have answers. All I have are more questions. And it is time to wrap up the show. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It's new release day. We've gone through the list of new comic books, and we've also had some comic book shop style conversation right here in the privacy of your own office, podcast, headphones, tablet, wherever you are, whenever you are. You're welcome here. Pull up a chair, grab a cuppa here at the Comics Talk with Reverend Sully, your dojo for tactical and practical spirituality. And also home of the MGTOW Morning Show, Men Going Their Own Way. It's the Incel Cast. It is for now. It might get changed to Pimp Cast any minute now. Yeah. It's just a foolish morning show, and it's clickbait to suck you in to hopefully introduce you to the power of gratitude and gratitude lists, which were suggested to me by Gary Beekler of Nerdrotic. This individual, Gary Beekler, has had such a profound impact on my life. I love you, Gary Beekler. Thank you. He said, all you need to be for a YouTuber is get yourself a really decent microphone, a good webcam, and have something to say. That's like a paraphrase at best. But also, he also suggested gratitude lists as well, and which I adopted and I adapted to my life. So cheers to you, man. Seriously. And I know, and here I am talking about Gary Beekler, and I'm wearing all my Ethan Van Sciver stuff. Aren't I supposed to be making fun of them? And no, they're I see the same people in all the different chats too. Twitter What Studio, Mexican Iron Man, just all these same AL, JK, myself. You know what I mean? We like see Dwayne. You know what I mean? If I'm sorry if I didn't say your name, I'm sorry. I'm just like throwing some just out there, just like just we see each other in all the different chats sometimes. But it's always nice to see you out there, and I don't know, just I mean, we, the fans, do we really want all this? Do we want to be wound up? Who's winding us up and why? Are they getting something out of it? It's so important. I wrote it down on my arm. Cui bono? Who profits? What are you getting out of this? Are you profiting from this? What are you getting out of this? I mean, for me personally, I just want to unwind when I get home from a long day at work being a chef. You know what I mean? Executing service, creating delicious, nutritious, and beautiful food for great guests and each other. And I just want to wind down. I'm exhausted, especially after a week of it, and I mean, what about us? We blue collar work. There are white collar people out there. They work hard too in their own, seriously. This isn't a class thing. Cafe. Yeah. It's not really. No. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I know it's just sometimes I just get like the dog off the leash. He's gonna just cut right through the yard. Don't worry, he'll be back when he's hungry. He knows where he is. mind you, those bears out there, Mordecai. Ooh, what? Where is he going? I thought he talked to stuffed animals. I do, and you. I mean, you are the most important part of this recipe of this show. You guys who tune in and leave comments and leave, those of us who right now who are talking in the live chat premiere on New Comic Book Day. What are you picking up today? What are you putting down? Are you adding things to your pull list? Are there things coming out in the solicits that you're going to be like, oh, wow, what are you getting excited for? Let me know. That we talk about comic books here every week, twice a week. Tune in on Sunday, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern for the live show, where we will review everything that we bought today and then everything that we read inside of my digital pirate chest. Arrgh, I am on the high seas of funny books. It pleases me to not pay for the shitty Marvels and DCs, but if they're okay, I will go back and buy them. I always do. I do. Yeah. Thank you so very much. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. We will see you again with more videos. Ciao.